La-di-da. Alright, back to work. I'm working on coupe. Or coupe. Okay, so she's got like here. Oh, these are her knives. Knife. I don't know what's going on with her eyes. Something's wrong. I don't know what. Don't know what's bugging me about her face. She looks kind of cross-eyed, I think. I don't know. That kind of looks better without the pupils. I'm gonna leave it for a second. Come back to it. Weird. That's what I'm gonna do. This look better. What in the heck? What in the heck? I don't know. Get the rest of her details in. So we got some more knives over here. I don't like that. I think she should probably be holding one of them. What's the shit? It's a cool knife. Oh, I like it. Okay, what about her arm? Let's see. Got a pattern like this. This. Kind of. Good. Okay, this pattern goes up here. Like this. Okay. Okay, there's another one like this. On both legs. That. And then, let's see. Continue this leg. Don't know how her leg is going here. Right. I might need to get rid of him. That. Oh, thank you, Pensword. Welcome to the stream. I was probably just going to draw one at a time, but here we are. We got all of them. Have you played the game? Well, if you've watched the playthroughs, that's close enough. All you're missing is making the choices yourself, but, you know. It's the writing that's the really interesting part of this game. Who's your favorite character then? Most likely I've drawn them already. I've drawn most of them. Well, good timing then, if Koopa's your favorite. I actually liked her a lot too. And I saw most people choose to cut her. I don't get it. I do not know what to do with her leg. This. that. Okay, put the flannel hoodie back. I don't want to draw parts that I don't have to, so I'm just going to put him back. There we go. That looks good. Dislike Sonar. Yeah, I mean, I think he's funny. He's an entertaining character. But I agree, the type of person that he's supposed to be is not somebody I would choose to keep on the team. I did like, when I didn't choose him, I liked the ending part though. It's cool with the his other appearance. But I'm playing it again, so I'm going to choose all the opposite. So now I'm keeping Sonar. But on this drawing, as you can see here, he's just going to be bad. I wanted to have a lot of the flying characters up here at the top. Yeah, I really like the bat form. It's cool. I just think it's funny that he's like a tech bro and his power is turning into a bat. I don't think we've ever seen that before. I will say he had one of the funniest scenes when he was grinding the coffee. That made me laugh. They really made us choose between the only two characters with wings and a dark style. It's not fair. I feel like you barely see these wings in the game. She's mostly got them folded up. Try to get her eyes. She's just looking off to the side. Good part of the reason the first streamer I watched cut Coop was she failed the first mission they put her out getting blown out of a tree. I think I did that too. I think I just looked at her and said, she looks like she can fly up into the tree. But I think some of the other characters have better mobility. But I forgave her. I feel like there's probably a lot of people that have the exact same reactions to some of the trying to send the heroes to some of those missions, even if they're not right. Just seems to make sense sometimes. So I remember you were always commenting on my Fire Emblem drawings. I always dreamed of doing one like this for maybe like one of the houses or all of the houses, and that seemed like so much work, but I might do it now that I've proven that I can do it almost. So like all the blue lions or something like that. What's her leg look like? It's got another pattern like this. Oh, I'll have to probably take a break of these big ones though. Can't get right into the next one. Got to do a couple little ones because now I'm making stickers out of them, so I'll do a few more of those. Just the single characters. It's always fun. This is definitely more of a commitment. And a lot of the reason I'm doing this big one is there's a fan art contest, and I feel like I would have second guessed doing this if not for that. Funny enough, just got back into Three Houses. It's watching your siblings' playthroughs. Well, there you go. That happens to me every once in a while. Even though I've gone through it, I think, twice. Yeah, I did Blue Lions and Golden Deer, and then I was doing the last one. And every once in a while, I just get sucked back in for a little while. But I think because I've played it twice fully, I usually end up needing a little break just because it's so long. But I just like seeing all the characters. And the combat is very fun. What I wish you could do in Three Houses is just do a version of only doing the battles, but I guess it kind of wouldn't work because the whole thing is getting all your stats up and everything. I guess that's what the older games are for. They also appreciate your favorite character. If I remember correctly, was it Linhardt? One of the ones I haven't drawn yet. I don't know if I even have a favorite in that game. Well, someday I'll have to draw all of them for real. Just because. Totally get the battle thing. Yeah. I really like the monastery parts, but when you've already done it for 100 hours and I kind of just want to get through the battle and see the story, but it kind of just doesn't work without that. But like I say, you take a break and you come back to it. You keep on going. I find it very comforting. It's one of my comfort games to return to. So that's why I don't really mind having a really long playthrough going. The only problem is that I definitely forget all the details of the plot because it was kind of convoluted. That's why something like Dispatch is nice. You finish it in 2 days and it's a nice, well done little story. Not too hard to follow. I need to sketch out these wings. Many moving parts. Oh, this is crazy. She's probably got the most complex design out of all these characters, honestly. Hello, Fingers Can Fly. Welcome. We're drawing Dispatch. And I'm having trouble with these wings. I'm just going to do one at a time. One blade at a time. This. This. There's really a lot, but I might not do as many as there are on the real one. Ah, you're the one who drew that. Yes. Well, thank you for making fan art. That was cool. It was on Newgrounds, right? Thank you. I'm glad you like my music. I wonder if the dev saw the fan art too. If not, should point it out. Well, I can't take credit for the characters or anything on that one. I just made the sounds and a little bit of music. There wasn't too much music in that one. But still, I'm glad you liked it. Oh man. Oh, this isn't right. It's not right. Well, if you didn't get the chance yet, you can check out the other game on both of our Newgrounds pages called Recital. And we both worked on that too. I did a lot more music on that one, and the same developer I think he just did some of the animations and the art, and it's pretty cool stuff. There's another game jam. We had a couple other guys on that one though, so there's a little more to it. Hello, Matt's the Cat 3401. Welcome. Welcome. And you got a question. Let's see. What drawing tablets do you recommend? Okay, so I use my iPad, which I think is really good, but if you... Obviously, that's a little pricier and probably not a good thing to start with, but what I started with was the Wacom Bamboo. I don't know if they even make them anymore, honestly. But just those little ones, the little pads, those are a great way to start, I think. They take a little getting used to, but I think it's good. And Power Play, hello, welcome. You're asking, am I drawing everyone or just the Z team? I think my plan was to draw everyone on the team. Possibly. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit Blazer or, what's his name? Chase. I think it might just be the base team that actually works on the missions for this one. That's my answer. Add 400 more characters. You know, I want to. I literally want to do everyone in the whole game, but I don't know. I gotta save some of that for my every other game I like. Do every character from every game. Just draw Stickman and say it's them. Yeah, I could just do like fill all the empty spaces with Stickmen. Yep. That's the way to do it. And then nobody can claim that I didn't draw their favorite. I think I got most people's favorites on this one anyways. Most people's. The reason you're asking is because I animate on keyboard and mouse. Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, I think that those cheap ones that you can, that just lay out on the desk and you like draw on your normal monitor, those are good. Because the other one I have is it's like a touch screen monitor, and it's also cool, but I don't think you need to start with anything so fancy. Definitely better than trying to do a mouse, though, I'll say that. Especially if you want to get used to drawing digitally. And Pensword, you're asking my opinions on Blonde Blazer and Chase. I love them. I love both of them. I love all the characters. They're so good. I personally like Blazer as more of a, what do you call it, platonic character. I think she works as like being a boss and a friend. It's my opinion. I think I'll draw her though. I don't know if she'll be on this one, but I will draw her later because I really like her design too. Who's my favorite character? In Dispatch, I assume. I think my favorite is probably Invisigal or Robert, just because I like that they're both kind of just like they're both like what's the word? Very sarcastic and sassy. I like that. I think that seeing them both as friends, that's actually fair. I just think that the whole Invisigal and Robert thing, yeah, I like them together, so I approve. And you're asking, Fingers Can Fly, who made the music for the Pico pinball game? It's actually a good question. Let me see. Because I only did the music for the air hockey. Pico pinball. I actually don't know if a lot of people uploaded their stuff from that one either. Because I'm looking on the game page, I don't see Pico pinball. I wish I had an answer, but you might need to do some digging. There was a lot of people that made music on that one, actually. So I was not familiar with all of it. Oh yeah, Matt. So I was noticing that before I was at $4.99, and I was saying I feel like, what am I gonna do? It needs to be something. But then I forgot I did a Secret Santa drawing, and it automatically posted for Christmas, so that was 500. And now we're on the 500 one. It was a lot of pressure trying to think of something cool to do for 500 though. So I'm glad it just ended up being just a fun little Secret Santa. I gotta do like at least 5,000 before my time is up. That's the plan. We might need to speed up a bit if we want to hit 5,000 though. Well, you're right. I am a ghost. What would be nice if I could be a ghost whose unfinished business is doing my 5,000 drawings, and then just spend the rest of eternity doing that. Still need to get to like 1,000 songs too. So if I could just be a ghost doing that, that would be great. I feel like a lot of people who become ghosts, that would be the best thing to do. Just get really good at your hobby. I don't understand why they'd become a ghost and get all scary. You should have been in Spooky Month. You mean the Palo cartoon? I like those. I guess since I'm a ghost, that would work. Power Play. You mean Discord server? I used to. I took it down, but I don't know. I'm open to it. I just don't spend a lot of time on Discord, but it's kind of fun to do. And I agree, Pensword. It would just be nice to be a ghost. You don't have to worry about food or anything. And Matt, you've only heard Dead Estate and Recital. Well, let me tell you, you got a backlog to catch up on. I don't think you need to listen to all of it, but there's probably some stuff you'd like. Lots of cool little game soundtracks. Okay, I think I'm time to get these wings going. But yeah, I'd be open to doing a Discord server again if there's interest, especially just like share projects and what you're working on. That's fun. For Ghost, you can go anywhere you like. For me, I'm a cheese blog. So does that mean if you're a cheese blob, can you go anywhere, or are you stuck just sitting on the counter? Oh yeah, your Volti's Quest. I remember that, and I'm glad you like it because that was a fun one to do. Thinking of making an FNF mod. What would it be? Would it be your own characters? I am not up on the FNF community these days, or ever really, but I think it's fun that it gets people working on stuff. You wish week 8 appeared. Well, I don't know much, but I'm sure it's coming. They seem like good boys. Okay. What do I think my 5,000th drawing would be? I think it would be something you can't comprehend. I don't even think I can understand what it is yet because it'll be so far in the future and my skills will be so far beyond my imagination. So I don't think I could even guess. It would be like otherworldly. Maybe by that point, maybe I will be a ghost, finally, and that will be part of what happens. I hope my final drawing ever will be one of all my characters that I've ever made, and that'll be it. By that point, I'll be like 385. How many years would it take to get to 5K? Oh man, that's a good question, because even if you made one a day, 365, I really wonder if you could even do it. 5,000. I'm sure you could, but maybe not like a fully done drawing everyone. I'm gonna do a quick calculation. Oh wow, wait. So 5,000. 365 you can do per year. Let's just do by like 50 years. Oh no, yeah, you could do that. Actually, it wouldn't be so bad. It would take maybe like 15 years. Okay, we're doing that. Have I ever gotten fan art? Yeah. It's been a while, but some people have drawn my little ghost, and some people have drawn a few of my characters, which is cool. And a lot of people, more so, people will draw like from the games that I help make. So like Self, we had a few cool drawings, and I think we had one for Volti's Quest actually, which if you haven't seen it, you would appreciate it. Let me see if I can find it. Volti's, there it is. So this one's really cool. It made me wish that Volti's Quest was a full game with like a cover art and everything, because it'd be perfect. Yes, I know it's good, isn't it? It's like a professional artist who did that. I think it was a commission, which is just really cool. Alright. You convinced me. I'm going to here's a link. It's not set up yet, but anyone who wants to come in there, I think my focus with it would be just sharing your work, connecting, maybe collaborating. That's basically what I like to use Discord for. Ooh, I can't wait to be done these wings. I really thought that Coop was going to be easy because she's up here kind of small in the corner. She's actually turning out to be harder than any of the other ones so far just because of these wings. And her mask was just looking off to me for a while. Well, these wings are not going to be very on model. Well, thank you. I think they look pretty good. Definitely not like following the exact shape of each blade, because when I'm looking at, I have my reference photo here, and they're very particular shapes, each one of them, and the way they're connected and everything. We're not doing that. Maybe some other time if I draw her again. I think if I draw her again, though, I'd rather do like, try to make up a casual outfit for her, because you don't really get to see her out of this superhero outfit. It'd be interesting. Like, what does she wear? That'd be fun to do with a lot of these characters, actually. There's only maybe a few that you get to see that way. Except for Malevola, who didn't bother to dress up at all. To be fair, a lot of their superhero outfits are casual. Yeah, it's like, I think really the only ones that are really, yeah, those are the ones I was gonna say. Because obviously Flambe is very dressed up, and Prism, Coop. You could argue that Gollum is not dressed up at all, since he's just a big piece of dirt. I do find it kind of funny that Sonar just walks around in a suit, despite the bat head. Oh yeah, Waterboy's little outfit. I want to see him. I want to see what he wears at home, though. I want to see his, like... He probably has some nice long pants because he's very tall. I just want to see more of Waterboy's life. He seems like an interesting guy. I did see that there's some comics, and I'm going to read those because I just can't get enough. Oh, they have made comics about him. Okay, I'm gonna be looking into those. You'd hate to be Waterboy. Yeah, but he has a good heart. I like him. It would be disappointing to get that power, though. Oh yeah, how he's just always wet. I agree. It's not the best power. I do think it's funny how they make you choose, but it turns out that he's actually pretty good after a while. Oh, okay, other wings. beats Goku. I have to agree. And here's the thing, Goku can't clean the office, so he kind of doesn't have a chance. Waterboy ended up being my most sent hero in the last couple ones. I would just send him with whoever, and I basically just... Okay. This part here. Making this the same shape is going to be a challenge. Yeah, I got a cat sitting right here. She's asking me for some food. I'm just going to basic shapes of all of blades. You have a grandma cat. Like the cat has babies who have babies. That's pretty crazy. That's quite a lineage for that cat. Oh man, these are not looking symmetrical. Just can't believe I thought she was going to be the easiest. Honestly, none of them have been easy. Maybe Robert was probably the easiest because he's just a guy. Purposely not drawing any of the mech suit in this. It's working out. You've rescued a cat from a tree. Well, there you go. That's a superhero themed story. I feel like when I was a little child, I saw a cat in a tree. It seems like such a stereotype thing, but I guess they really do get stuck up there. How do you even get a cat down from a tree? I have no idea. It's a kitten. I bet you kittens are very mischievous. Just getting into trouble. Just grab them and try not to fall on your face. Yeah, I guess you would just have to get up there and carry him down. I don't know if I'd be too good at that. I don't remember the last time I climbed a tree. But if it was a cat stuck in a tree, I'd probably give it a try. Alright. She's looking good now. Okay, I think that's her lines done. Woohoo! Are you choosing to draw after Coop? I might just try to get sonar figured out up there. The big old bat. Because then Gollum, I want to have him, you can kind of see his face here. I want him to just be in the background of everyone because he's so big. And then I was thinking Waterboy is right here, possibly. And I guess I probably need to put Phenomo-Man, but I don't know. Originally, I was just going to do the original group. But it makes sense to put the whole group. We'll see. First I'll color her, I think. Actually, no, I'll leave it for a sec. I'll take a look at... Sonar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I might. I don't know. It just depends because I'm trying to finish this today. And I'm like, it's way more reasonable if I just do the group here. But it would be a lot more fun to have those two in there. So we'll see. I kind of like the idea that Waterboy is just right here spitting water up. Kind of like off in the background a little bit, so I'll probably do that. Here's all of the poop. It bothered me that in the beginning they specifically mentioned that it's pronounced coupe, but then no one in the entire game says it that way. I guess that's just part of the lore or the joke or whatever. Okay, get rid of that. Sonar. Alright, now this one's going to be interesting. Yeah, the whole French, the ballet word, whatever. I don't know. I thought it was neat, but she does specifically say, but I think, what does she say? Like, it's too fancy, so they just say coupe. It's just too bad because I like the sound of coupe. But I accept it. Alright, I've never drawn a bat before, so we're gonna have to see how this goes. Alright, before I get started on that, I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'm gonna put this little thing right here. There we go. And we're back. Gambling. Yeah, that was Laura, right? She was a gambler, they were saying. I think she was, maybe it doesn't count as gambling, but in the bar scene when she was making money off of darts. Okay, let's take a look at Sonar. I want to have him screaming. Bat scream. Bit of a bat face going on. Okay. The old ears. I'm not going to worry too much about the shape of his fur because it's crazy. Just going to get his... I want to definitely show his tie though. It's like the one aspect that shows he's not just a bat. Okay, well that wasn't very hard. Kind of looks like a bat. Okay. I don't know if I need to add any more details to him. I think I'm going to color Coop. Just gonna turn that on for a second. Get my reference. Okay, there we go. What games do I play? Don't play a lot of games anymore, but if I'm playing games, it's gonna be stuff like this, like the single player story games. I played Claire Obscure, playing Hades 2. This type of games I like. Hello, the kitten macchiato. You live in the ocean, huh? Oh, see you, Power Plague. Thanks for stopping in. Now, hold on. I want to get back to the live in the ocean. What does that mean? What does that mean? we can talk about eating this art later. Which is its own whole situation. Alright, well, I want to live deep underwater, like in Bioshock. Seems like a good idea. Sounds salty. Yes, yes indeed. But let's all agree that salty is the best type of flavor there is. I think there's a lot of problems with being in the salt water. Yeah, it wouldn't be good for your skin, but I think it also wouldn't be good for your whole body because of the water pressure and things like that. It might not ever work out. It's probably poisonous. You mean the salt water? Or something else? Because I think it could technically be poison if you have too much salt. Sometimes you crave salt. I think we all crave salt every day. Yeah, the other crap, like, there's probably lots of poisonous little fish and what are those things called? Urchins and eels. Well, we can all agree that living literally in the ocean is probably not going to work out, unfortunately. But it does sound fun. Unless you have a really nice little house like Sandy and SpongeBob. A nice little dome. That would be fun. Houseboat. Like living on the surface of the water at ECA. I think that would be nice. I'd like that. Except I get seasick, so I don't know. It might not work for me. I'd be trying to do my morning chores and puking everywhere. I think maybe this is the compromise. Just a nice house right on the water. That sounds pretty good. But I like that you mentioned this art looks edible. I'm thinking, here's the idea. I print it out onto some cheese or something. Or maybe like onto a cake. And there you go. I think that could be a good idea. Maybe like one character on each slice of cheese to make a whole bunch of burgers for your dispatch themed party. Oh, forgot a piece of skin. Okay. This is all the same. I don't like this color. I want it to be a little darker. Less blue. Let's get this part. Okay. More gray. I don't want to do the gray. I want to do the black. At least she's only got like 3 or 4 colors. Quite a satisfying design, honestly. Oh, what a mess. Need to clean that up. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of wings. Who gave her so many wings? This piece here. This knife edge. This knife edge. Okay. Now, this piece is a little lighter. Not that light. It's too light. Okay, next, do this. We're gonna pretend there's a bunch of light coming from this side. And then, there's shadow over here. She's starting to look like a real character. And this thing is gonna look nice and even, like all these colors all in one little splash page. Not too bad. Just decided it's not too bad. Her black and gray color palette. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, I really like how simple her colors are. It fits perfectly. And then her eyes being that like yellow really makes them stick out a lot more. I think it's just really cool. These character designs are very well done. Put this over here. I'm just imagining her casual outfit. I bet it has she'd probably have a scarf, a big scarf covering most of her neck. I just feel like she would. It'd be black. Probably like a sleek jacket. Also, I want to see her hair not slicked back without the mask holding it back. Probably has a bit of a flow to it from the look of it. Alright, this might have to be one of my next ones. Gotta see what she looks like without all this on. Well, not like that. Okay, we just need that yellow. I love when characters have weird eye colors. Yellow, purple, red, silver. I forgot she has this like, it's almost like makeup, like the eyeshadow running down her face or something. Guess I'm gonna put that in there. Streaks here. Okay. I think I need to fix her hairline though. Should be a little more. That. Okay. Let's do my gradients. Oh, thank you, Pen Sword. Thanks for coming around. We'll see if it's done next time you're logged on. I think I'm probably going to end the stream once I finish Coop anyways, so there we go. Okay, let's see, silver, something. White one. Okay, I think Coop is done. And on that note, I'm gonna end the stream for now. So if anyone's still in there, bye bye for now. Bye bye.